How we doing, y'all? I'm Bryan Beck. This is our final analysis proposal for Aviation 360. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So, we're looking at purchasing a company aircraft. Why is that a good idea? Is it a good idea? The real reason is why we should. We as a company are spending an exorbitant amount of time on travel each and every year, every week. And time is money. Time is quality of life for our executives, and we need to start making that count because continuing to utilize something like the airlines or a chartered bus service doesn't make sense anymore at this point with the kind of travel we're doing. Moving towards a private aviation example is going to save our executives 2,800 man hours every year. That's a ton. That is a lot of time. For our COO alone, we're talking about saving 750 hours a year, which is also a lot. That's half your working year right there. Okay, so think about this. If you average that out to a 5-day work week, that's 2.8 hours every day. Going to private aviation might save you. Sorry, it's starting already. What could you do with 2.5 hours extra every single day? A lot. And 2.5 hours a day, what are you willing to pay for that? Let's talk about how much it's going to cost, because probably your willingness to pay is probably a lot higher than how much this is going to run. Okay, so we're looking at purchasing our own airplane. What are the things we need to consider? It's how fast, how much it can carry, how far can it go, and how much is it going to cost? Okay. So we're looking at a few different options. 2 of them are smaller, 2 of them are bigger, 2 of them are jets, 2 of them are turboprops. The M600, the PC-12, the PC-24, and the Phenom 100 are what we're looking at today. Now, if you break down what we talked about earlier, your speed, range, payload, cost, there's one clear winner when you talk about what's important to a company, and that's the PC-12. So why? Like we said, those 4 categories we talked about earlier. PC-12 is not the fastest airplane in this list of what we looked at, but it's an incredible performer. It's got a ton of cabin volume. We're looking at carrying probably 4 executives on most of our travel missions. This one's going to carry 8 if we need it to. Those 4 executives are going to be incredibly comfortable inside and be able to carry all the baggage and everything they need to for each and every trip. This bird's got enough range to take us anywhere in our inside of our network, and it can go anywhere in the continental United States with 1 fuel stop. Cost is the big factor here. This airplane performs almost as well as the bigger jet we looked at, but it's coming in at less than half of the purchase price. We'll talk about some variable costs here in a second. Like I said earlier, this is not the cheapest airplane on the list, but if you look at the other airplane that's going to carry enough people, the Blau's PC-24 right there, that's coming at $800,000 a year alone. PC-12 is going to cost us about $520,000, significantly cheaper, about 60% out of the jet. And then this is how much we're going to pay a year to own and to operate it. And this is everything: fuel burn, maintenance, paying our salary for the flight crew. That is. So really, you have 2 options. We're talking about saving this time. You need to save this time. You have 2 options. Option 1 is we don't purchase an aircraft and we charter somebody. We find a Partner 35 group with a PC-12 or something similar. We're going to pay them $2.25 million per year to do the kind of flying we need to do. That's a lot. The number I showed you earlier is right here at the bottom, $521,000 a year. Now, this is after purchase price. This is how much it costs us to operate it. We're talking about $1.7 million savings per year for owning your own airplane. That effectively pays for itself. In 2 years, it pays for itself, the purchase price of the aircraft. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you.